Thank you for tuning in today. I had a graveyard today. Take that in for a moment. I'm at a graveyard. These people are dead. I'm gonna start off with a story for today's episode. This specific graveyard right here, this one, not some other one, this one, is really close to where I lived. I walked here. I didn't have to get in my car to be here. I walked to be at this graveyard. Now, at least 100 days ago, a couple months ago, I thought to myself, I should walk to this graveyard. I should shoot a video here. I don't even have to show the graveyard. I could go in front of one of the monuments, in front of a tree, find a background somewhere, make it look like it's just some nice place. But today I decided I wanted to show you the graveyard. All these dead people, they all died. Greatest secret, we're all gonna die one day. Why did I tell you that I took 100 days to come here? Because I was afraid. I didn't want to do it. In my mind, when I first started doing my YouTube videos, I was home. I shot my first videos in the comfort of my home, in the safety of my home, in my little safety net. It was holding me back. Just coming out here, the first time I wasn't even here. The first time I went out somewhere and I shot my video outside in nature, I knew instantly the video was better. It doesn't even have to be the background. It doesn't have to be the beautiful environment, but my energy changed. I changed. I was able to speak up louder, more confident, with more strength, with more confidence. Because I got out of my comfort zone. I came out in the public face. Something I realized too, my comfort zone wasn't even that comfortable. When I was home shooting the videos in my apartment, I was a lot more quiet. I was a lot more down, more anxiety, more depressed, more worry, not as free, not as expressive. I was more worried about people hearing me. I was more worried about people hearing me. Then I come out to a place like this. It changes everything. Now I'm not so worried. What is the point of all this? Because I don't want you guys to just feel like I'm just rambling here. I'm just wasting your time. I'm just dragging you along on this journey of mine. Though at the same time, I kind of am doing that, but I don't want to waste your time. I want to actually motivate you, inspire you, change your lives, change the course of human time. Because we may not have as much time as we think. This thought is going to sound like it's just been plugged into this video, but it's been on my mind recently. We all don't have as much time as we think we do. The human life expectancy is going down. I'm not saying that as a scientist. I'm not saying that as a researcher. I'm saying that as someone who's into health and fitness. We have more food than we've ever had before on the planet. More food than ever before on the planet. More overweight people than ever before on the planet. That's not really my point, the overweight people part. It's a fact. We have more food, more overweight. We're in a time of just so much abundance. There's just so much around us. Yet we're probably the least healthy we've ever been in all of human time. We're dying. We're all dying. It's getting just sad. It's getting disturbing. We're all dying. And what I mean by we're probably at the least healthy time of all of human time. Sure, there's times out there where you got the Black Plague. So you could get a really specific disease and it kills you. That's it. These days, you don't even need to get a disease to die. These days, you go to McDonald's, you eat your burger, you eat your fries, you have your soda, you enjoy it, it's so good, it's so delicious, but what you don't see is you just took a second off of your life. That's the real truth behind it. You just took a second off your life. It doesn't kill you all of a sudden. It doesn't suddenly give you a disease. You don't know you're instantly gonna die, but your overall life expectancy is being decreased every single day by choices that we make, by the lives that we live, by the foods that we eat. And it's not just this. It's not just that. It's global warming. That's not a topic people want to hear about. I'm not here to say whether it's real or not. I'm just saying the environment is changing. Whether it may be our fault or not, I'm gonna say we have something to do with it. The environment is changing. Right now, we don't need to worry about it. I can stand here, this beautiful garden, all these plants, so much life force and energy around me. Feel like I have forever to be here. Like this video never needs to end. Like we have all of time, but we don't have all of time anymore. We're running out of time. We are running out of time, not as just as a person. That was my first thought. The second one is we're running out of time as a species. Our time on this planet is coming to an end really abruptly because we're causing it. Now, you know, you can go a lot of different ways about this. There's a million theories about how the human race is gonna end. You know, everyone's like, oh, maybe we'll just blow ourselves up. Maybe we'll just kill ourselves. But even if that doesn't happen, it doesn't mean we're not still ruining ourselves. One way or another, some sort of natural disaster is even gonna come around and it's gonna wipe all this away. We're not gonna be here anymore. Get back on global warming. That's a really tough, big subject. I'm not saying whether we're causing it or not, whether it's real or not, but I am saying there's proof that the environment is changing, whether we cause it or not. There's proof that natural disasters are getting stronger. They're getting worse. The environment is polluted, it's destroyed, it's ruined. It's not what it should be. It's shortening the amount of time we have to live on this planet as a species. I want to convey this message and I hope you get it. So first message was our time as an individual person has been taken away from us. It's being shortened every single day. Now the time of our children children is being taken away. And at some point the generation will cut off. The planet's not going to be here anymore. At least it's not going to be the way it is. It's not going to be this beautiful. It's not going to be this free, this open, this alive, this energetic. We're going to be wiped off the face of the fucking planet. Tearing the world apart. Ripping trees out of the ground, that less oxygen to breathe. Ripping oil out of the ground, causing pollution in the environment. Tornadoes, hurricanes getting worse. Who knows, maybe the planet would just crack open and just throw us all off. That was a weird theory, but something's gonna happen one way or another. Our future is not guaranteed anymore. Coming back to what all this means is all we have left is now. We have now. Right now, this very moment, you have the opportunity to make a difference on the planet. It doesn't even have to be a catastrophic difference that influence the whole planet. You don't have to be me. You don't have to be like me. You can be yourself. You don't even have to be trying to help other people, but just trying to help yourself. Trying to be a happier, like this is what I really want to bring to people as a message. Just that there's another life out there where you can be more happier, where you can be more fulfilled, because I believe a happier, more fulfilled person is less likely to ruin the planet. Less likely to ruin other people's lives, less likely to bring other people down. They won't even have time for that. They're too busy being happy. So I want to encourage and inspire onto you. Take your opportunities. Take your life seriously. Don't take your life for granted. I'm gonna jump into a quote. I wanted to open up with this quote, but then I walked in here and the energy just started flowing, so I just went with it. Without reaching out, without getting out of your comfort zone, without doing more, without doing something, without trying to grow any way, shape, or form, without doing anything, we are now all we will ever be. Now, a lot of people are okay with that. They like their lives. They worked hard to be where they are. That's understandable. But it doesn't mean there isn't more out there. And sure, it doesn't seem worth it because you worked so hard to get to where you are right now. You don't want to have to work hard to get to a better level in your life, to get even higher. You're like, what's wrong with now? I'm happy, I'm okay now, I'm comfortable now. But are you really the happiest you can be? Are you really living your life to the fullest you can live it? Be honest, how many of you are on YouTube? Because this is a YouTube video right now. Maybe one day it'll be a podcast video, you'll be listening to me. But how many of you guys are on YouTube right now? Not specifically watching my videos, but watching other people's. Like, oh, I wish I could have their lives. I wish I could live my life like that. Why are they going to these places while I'm just sitting here watching it? And it's just, got a car coming. I used to see things like that, and it used to just drive me crazy on the inside. Devin Supertramp, God, I love his videos. I wanted to be him. Obviously, I'm nothing like him, and it's like, that's also, to come full circle there, you don't have to be them, but there's no reason you can't have that lifestyle in your own way. There's no reason we can't all, every single one of us, just live a better life. People here are dead. You're not. Now, you don't have to be the richest, most successful person ever. There's no real reason for that. That's not gonna do anything for you, but just as an honest question, if you were a bit more successful, a bit more financially stable, do you not think you'd be happier, like your life more, be able to do more? Honestly, like, I want money. Who doesn't want money? But I don't want money so that I can have the most expensive house and have the most expensive car. That's just created a new comfort zone for me to sit in. It's not what I want. I want to own my own house. I want a nice new car, don't get me wrong, but that's more of just for peace of mind purpose, so that I don't have to worry about those things. And it doesn't mean, like I said, that I need the most expensive version of it. I just need my version of it. Like, I love Devin Supertramp. I love it. But I don't need to be him. I could be me. I could do this. I could travel the world on the side, and I don't necessarily have to record that and show that. I could still do these videos. It could be my own version of that. You can be your own version of whoever you want to be. Who do you want to be? What do you want to do? If you're watching this video, I assume there's something out there. So there's a calling, there's a mission, there's a life purpose. Maybe you haven't discovered it yet, but you know you want more out of life, and you don't know how to get it. You don't know how to get there. Simple answer, there is technically a direct method, there is a direct route, there are direct things you can do to get there, but it's just not that straightforward as it seems. For me, I want to be a great YouTuber so I could travel the world, live my life and be happy, but there's not like I just make a video and then I'm there. Right now I'm at video 104, I believe. 100 videos I made. I didn't get paid by YouTube yet. This isn't a manifestation of my reality, of my dream, of my world. But I do honestly believe in my heart, in my soul, that if I keep doing this and I just keep getting better and better and better, and I don't give up and I don't stop going forward, it just has to happen at some point. It just has to happen at some point. Now, that's a thing I want to say loosely, because I see people that they are giving it their all in a sense, but and they don't make it. And that's because I don't believe it's just that you got to straight up give it your all. I believe is you got to give it your all while you're also getting a little bit better every single day. And if you can do those two things, then there's nothing stop you from getting whatever life you want to have, living whatever life you want to live. Imagine that. Those two things, consistency, giving it your all, giving everything you had to give to it every single day, plus getting better at it, because you're probably going to start off at the bottom. Assumably, whatever it is you're trying to do, you don't know how to do it whatsoever, so you're afraid of it. It's stopping you from doing it. But you are going to get better at it, I hope. I say some of these things loosely, because now I'm coming into, I see a lot of people who they are trying, and I feel bad for them, because I feel like they should have more success. Right now, I'm one of them. I'm trying, and I haven't gotten that success that I want, that success that I'm looking for. And that's what people are afraid. They're afraid of trying, and then they failed. Then you wasted your time. To me, though, that's not really a possibility. It's just not. Let's take a look at that for a moment. How could I have wasted my time? I spent the last 100 days of my life or so recording videos, uploading videos, trying to get my name out there, build myself, and let's say it never picks up. Did I honestly waste my time? There's a great saying that goes, the time's gonna pass anyway. What would I have been doing instead? Playing Xbox, eating pizza, sitting on a couch, living in the moment, enjoying my life. But I know myself. I'm not happy like that. I'm not gonna be fulfilled like that. I'm gonna wish that I at least tried. I'm gonna wish that I at least tried, because if I never tried, I'm literally gonna go the rest of my life always thinking about it, always regretting it, always wishing I did try, you know, always knowing I could have done more, I could have lived more, I could have given more, I could have had so much of a better life. I had the potential to live a life where I just feel like I'm on vacation all the time and I'm just always traveling, I'm just always happy and carefree and having fun and charismatic. And it's like, even if I never get that, I'm still getting it. Even if I don't get the money, I'm still here. I'm still in this park. You watch my videos, I go to different parks all the time. I'm still traveling. I'm still living my life like I'm on vacation. I'm still going through all the same exact physical actions I would go through if I was making the money. I'm still living basically the same exact life. The only difference is if I have money, I would probably go to farther parks and put more time and energy into this, but it's still essentially the same thing. It's like, I made a whole video about this. The only reason you're not living your dreams is basically because you're just not doing it. I'm living my dreams right now. This is exactly what I want to do. This is where I want to be. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. There's no arguing it. You can argue it as much as you want, but in my world, in my perspective, why am I not? And then the other thing I want to add on it too is the person you become. What do I truly want out of life? Peace of mind, happiness, carefree, get rid of my anxiety and depression. Going out here and making these videos like this, I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I'm getting out of my own head. I'm getting out of my own way. I'm putting the anxiety and the depression off to the side, and I'm doing something more important, with a purpose, with a reason behind it, with a passion behind it. Honestly, even really directly, like, I'm kind of loose on this one because you have to find your own version of this, but I'm literally teaching direct lessons on life every single day that I can. I'm sharing that with the world, and whether people watch it or not, I'm still getting the lessons. By teaching it is how I become the master. I don't become the master by reading the books over and over. By being able to teach it, I'm relearning the lessons. I'm reliving every single one of my own lessons. I'm teaching myself. I'm growing as a person just by doing this. So it's like, I am happier. I am more carefree. I am traveling. I do feel like I live my life on vacation. I am at this park. Be it that today is a cemetery, I'm still here. I can still enjoy this. I'm still making my videos, and I'm still gonna go home and I'm still gonna upload this video. Where am I not living my dreams? The only way I'm not living my dreams if I focus on the not existing physical manifestations of my dreams, where you're just like, oh, where's the house, where's the car, where's the money? But if you're going to the basketball court every day and you're happy and you're enjoying your life and you're playing basketball, who's to say you're any different from LeBron James? That's a really, you can argue that point 67 different ways. It doesn't really matter. But if on the inside, if you got what you really wanted out of it, it's just that happiness, that peace of mind, that state of being free. The money isn't necessarily going to give you that. You want the money, kind of telling you what you want, but it's kind of a subconscious thing. We want the money so that we can experience that, so that we can feel like we're happy, we're carefree, we can just live our life and not have any worries. But the money's never going to give you that. Pause for a moment. I'm like pondering, what do I mean by that? The money's not going to give me that, because it's like, it almost feels like the whole point of this video is to tell you to go create a more successful life for yourself and then live it and then enjoy it. And that is the whole point of it. But I use that word but loosely. I don't like to use the word but because I don't want to take away from everything I just said, because it's all true. It's all meaningful. There's a purpose to all of it. There's a reason behind all of it. But you don't want to, I'm kind of like trying to play around this idea, because you don't want to end up somebody who is successful, who does have all the money in the world, all the riches, everything they could ever ask for, but then you're not happy. Then you're not fulfilled. Then you just find your way back into another comfort zone. And it's my honest belief that comfort zones are just the root of depression. They don't have to be the root of anxiety. I do feel like you can have a lot of anxiety from a comfort zone, though I honestly believe, just through personal experience, through my life experience, that it's being comfortable is the root of depression. And I say that too because I've noticed, and I've heard all the people talk about this, like Elliot Hulse has talked about this, R.Z. Tyler's talked about it, is when you're sitting down and you're comfortable. They said the reverse actually. It's when you're too busy to be depressed. That's a real thing. You can be too busy to be depressed. You won't even think about it. You miserable right now? Somehow magically flop yourself in Mexico, and like the worst town ever. Have the most problems you could possibly have. Be as afraid out of your life as you are. Running, looking for food, looking for shelter, try to not get kidnapped or murdered or something. See how depressed you are though. See if you have time to be depressed. I feel like it's getting close to that time where I should plan how I'm gonna wrap up today's video. I do want to put it on to leave it on this point that you you have to find the happiness and the peace and the excitement in your life almost like before you get there. And it may not even be, like months, years, infinitely before you get there. It may be literally directly before you get there. Like, this is the line here, like I'm looking at it, and this is where I got to be happy first, and then I can step over to the other side of success. And the reason I have to be happy first before I get rich, before I get successful, is because if I get rich and successful first, that gives me more access, more opportunities to be able to run away from my problems, to be able to run away from my feelings. And then I could take it so much farther. If I already have my ultimate vacation in life, but I never learned how to be happy on my own, then I could go all over the planet running away from my emotions and never get to the real problem, to the real root causes of my distress and dysfunction and anxiety and depression, mental conditions, mental illnesses that we're all facing, that we're all suffering from. We all have problems. We all want to get to the other side of our problems. And it starts with today, with now, with taking that first step out of your comfort zone, getting out of your head, getting out of your own way, go doing something that you're afraid to do. I gotta make a whole video on that. Just the idea of just diving into your fears, not running away from your fears, but diving into your fears and watch your fears just melt out of the way. Watch your comfort zone just disappear after you just get past, not even past the comfort zone, after you just get past jumping into it. That's really kind of it. You just, honestly, you gotta like step, really, I'm doing this like physically because it's really sudden, like it's really physical. Like it could be me coming here to shoot this video, and then when does the fear go away? Is when I press that button, I start talking, maybe about 3 seconds later. For you, maybe it's 5, 10, 20 minutes later, if you just diving into your fears and just embracing them. But it's gonna eventually pass. And when it passes, you're gonna feel like you're just revitalized, like your personal power. This is a real thing. There are universal principles that you can't escape, and you're gonna feel like you have this energy that you didn't know was there, but now it's just gonna walk with you the rest of your life. Like you're literally going to regain your personal power, and I mean that so literally. It's like you literally, when you break out of one of your fears, out of your comfort zone, when you go do something you don't want to do, because you're not gonna feel like wanting to do it. You're gonna have to will yourself to get there, and then let the power come later. Then it's like you force it at first, then you come into power. I'm going two around here. I'm throwing out too many sentences. I'm like, I can make a whole video just on these sentences alone. But I really just want to convey a strong message to you. I just want to leave you guys with a strong message of just inspiration, hope, courage for the future. There's no reason whatsoever you can't do whatever you want to do. You can't accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. You can't become, you can't be whoever you want to be. It just takes that first step of getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of your head, getting out of your own way, being brave, forcing it a little bit, and then finding the power and the rewards later. But not too soon. Not too soon. The moment after you find your happiness, that's when you want the rewards. Because the moment where you find your happiness and your peace and everything you were looking for on the internal, when you find all the internal happiness that you're looking for, then the external happiness will come flooding in and flowing in. These are all universal principles. You don't believe me? Try it out for yourself. Try to go in the direction of your dreams, of your goals, of your passion. Go in the direction of it. Work at it for a year, work at it for 2 years. Try to find the happiness in it without the success. And once you get to that place, watch how it all just comes flowing in. Not before you get the happiness, just after you get the happiness. Like, it could literally be the second after, the day after, the minute after you get the happiness, then all the success wants to flow in. But God, the universe, Jesus, Allah, atheism, atheism wants you, atheism wants you to be happy on the inside first and then give you all the success. Because if it gave you all the success and you still weren't happy, then you still have to go looking for that happiness, and all that success is gonna let you run away even farther from the root of the cause of the problem. Right now, that's changing the course of the whole human race, one person at a time. Today's your day. Have a nice rest of your life. I don't like to say have a nice day. I like to say have a nice rest of your life, because Warren, I want to change your life. Have a nice life. Perfect timing. See there? Yeah. It's a car. Could be wrong because I can't see that well, but there's a car right over there somewhere. If you paid attention to the background of this video, you probably don't see it all because I try to keep it off camera. But the whole time I'm shooting the video, people in the background, people driving by, people walking by, people biking by. Point being, the only way I could have made this video, only physical possible, mental, emotional, spiritual possible way to make this video is if I was outside of my comfort zone.